from HelloCupcakeIt'sMe.com. I just wanted to do a quick video here about another video that I happened to see on YouTube. It's film footage that a news station in Henderson, Nevada happened to put up about cops beating a man who was in diabetic shock. And I'm gonna have a link to it and everything, and you can also find it on my feeds page on YouTube, or here on YouTube. Anyways, so what happened was these cops were trying to pull this guy over who was in diabetic shock, and when they finally got him to stop, you could clearly see in the video that the guy was very just out of it and lethargic and not all there. And the officer automatically runs up to the car, points a gun in his face, and is screaming, "Put your hands up where I can see him. Don't move, put your hands up," and all this other stuff. And you can clearly see that this guy's not in his right mind. At first you almost think that he may be drunk or high just because of how he's just like, kind of staring off into space. And so another couple of cops come over, and the guy is not moving at all at this point. He's just kind of sitting there, not really doing anything. And the cops pull him out and start wrestling him to the ground, kicking him and hitting him and beating him down, basically. One of the other cops come running up and start kicking the guy's arms. 6 cops all dogpile on this guy, force him to the ground. The whole time the dude's really not fighting back. He's holding himself up off the ground a little bit, but you can see that this guy's not yelling, he's not screaming, he's not belligerent, he's not doing anything, he's just kind of there. And here these cops are like kicking him, yelling at him, cussing at him, all this other stuff. 6 cops on top of this guy finally wrestle him to the ground, and they start checking his pockets and find a vial of insulin. And they're like, "Oh, this guy's diabetic. Oh, well, we need to call paramedics and get medical down here right away." And automatically their tune changes. The whole time this guy's still in handcuffs on the ground, and one of the other officers happened to say, "Oh, you know what, he's probably in diabetic shock right now." Dude's still in handcuffs, not fighting, really out of it, like blank-faced, and they start laughing about how they were taking him down and all this other stuff. And to me, it really upset me, being diabetic myself, that automatically cops would jump to that conclusion of violence and using of force. What the hell has happened to our PD system? Why have they automatically jumped to that? I know the cops put their lives on the line every day when they go out. The minute that they put on that uniform, their life is in danger. I have family who's in law enforcement, so I'm not bashing them, but at the same time, I'm not condoning what they did. I think that the PD should be taught a little bit more as to recognize the signs of someone who's dangerous versus somebody who's not. If they're not complacent, don't draw a freaking gun on them, or, okay, yeah, I can understand drawing the gun on them for their protection, but to pull the guy out and beat on him, really? I really think that there needs to be a lot more education involved, and that something needs to be done about that. I was reading later on in the YouTube video on the comments about what had happened, and I believe that the husband and his wife ended up getting money for it. It says one of the comments here from Old For You to NV put, a diabetic motorist and his wife have agreed to accept $292,500 for Henderson police in the state of Nevada to settle a federal civil rights battery and negligence lawsuit stemming from his videotaped beating during a 2010 traffic stop. Okay, so this isn't that new. I just happened to see it because it was on Facebook and somebody happened to post it. So, this has probably been beat to death already, and by the looks of the comments, it's been a while. Well, people have been commenting on it for the last couple of hours, but anyways, yeah, it's just crap. Absolute crap that they would do this. It says Henderson, Nevada Sergeant Brett Sickatz was disciplined after he was caught on tape beating a man who police pulled over in 2010. Adam Green was pulled over after he was mistaken for a drunk driver. He was pulled out of the car, dragged to the ground, and kicked. Henderson, Nevada is a suburb of Las Vegas. Well, that wasn't really necessary, but still. Why would you do this? You can see that the guy is not, all there. Even if he was drunk, chances are he's going to be the kind of drunk that doesn't fight back. I don't know, I'm really outraged right now by this. Because I come from a family of diabetics, and any one of them could have this done to them. And what happens if in one of the deliriums that comes with high blood sugar or low blood sugar, that they got violent and the cops pulled a gun and happened to shoot one of my family members because they started getting violent or upset. It's been known to happen. My uncle, Johnny, before he passed away, used to have euphoric moments, but also before those euphoric moments, he would go into a rage-induced fit. So, what is stopping people from misdiagnosing the fact that there's something medically wrong with the person, first and foremost? I'm appalled by it. Really, I am. I'm really upset, and I think that the guy is entitled to more than $292,500 because chances are him and his family are going to be taxed on that money, and after Nevada reclaims some of the money that they just paid out on him, it's not going to be enough to include those type of damages. Should the guy have been driving? Probably not, but anyone who knows anything about diabetes knows that from 1 minute to the next, your blood sugar could be normal 120, and all of a sudden that donut that you ate 2 hours ago kicks in and your blood sugar's at 500 and you're swerving all over the road. It's a scary disease to have because you don't know, especially if it's uncontrolled, if it's going to be really high or really low. Mine is usually extremely high, so I can function with blood sugars in the 5 to 800 range, where normally that would either A, kill somebody, or B, put them into a coma. When my blood sugars are 100 and 120 and below, I start getting really shaky, I get dizzy, I show all the signs of being drunk. I can't put together words. And so, if I happen to be driving and a cop pulls me over and I have low blood sugar, am I going to get beaten? Am I going to get the smackdown? I wear dog chains and stuff all around my neck that says that I'm a diabetic and stuff, but really are they going to look at my necklaces or my charms or my bracelets or anything that I happen to have on? No. So, really, I think it might be a good idea to have some kind of bumper sticker or something identifying the fact that you're a diabetic or epileptic or any other kind of disease that you have, so then that way when you are pulled over and you're not acting in your right mind, that professionals, be it law enforcement or medical professionals, know, hey, this person has something going on with them. So I think what I'm going to do when I get my car is that I'm going to get a bumper sticker or something that says type 2 diabetic, or some kind of identifying insignia that shows that I'm diabetic, so then that way if I'm pulled over, in fact, I will be okayed and if I'm having problems. But, I'm not expecting it to get me out of a traffic ticket or something if I'm speeding and I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to act the part or whatever. But, yeah, it just really upset me, and so I needed to get it off my chest. I've watched the video maybe 2 or 3 times now, and I just wanted to make an awareness video of saying, hey, you know what, let's be a little bit more educated about these things, not so quick to judge and beat somebody down. I know that law enforcement is an extremely stressful job, and you never know who or what you're going to have to deal with, but there's got to come a time where your common sense shows or kicks in and says, hey, this isn't right, this person isn't acting right, they're not responding to me, either they're drunk, stoned, or having a medical problem. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on it? Go ahead and leave me comments. Maybe I'm out, maybe I'm wrong or what have you, but it's just how I happen to feel about the situation because it's hitting a little close to home. So, yeah. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Sorry about going on the rant. I'll get off my soapbox now. Have a good night.